okay, oh, sizzle. Oh, belly full of food. I had a cheese stick and something else. We love a cheese sticks moment. And a little bit of yang. I know, sweet potato. I've been having sweet potato. It's nice. Oh. Okay, so with my sweet potato powers, I will continue on. TNG full of boys. Boys who are horses, who could be named Nutmeg. Nutmeg. My horse in Stardew Valley, his or her, I don't know which yet, their name is Cocoa Speed. That's the only horse I have in Stardew Valley. I don't have horse level built up on my other character, Bean Day. So, it's real tough, you know. It's real tough for Cocoa Speed, being the only one. But I like them. I never gave too much thought into what I think Cocoa Speed presents as. It used to be male horse, but it could be a female horse. So I think they'll just be they. Or, you know, whichever I feel at the moment. But historically it's been male, so it's probably more so a male horse, but I don't know. I couldn't tell the difference. I watched a YouTuber, I think her name's like something barrel racer, something in her name implied that she was something called a barrel racer, which is a type of horse racing that I think involves you taking the horses through obstacle courses that involve barrels, like large cylindrical shapes. And she was watching draft horses, some large type of horse. I think it was Clydesdales. She was watching Clydesdales do little barrel obstacle course where the Clydesdale, it goes around one barrel, then another barrel, and another one. It was pretty interesting. I learned like a small bit because I mean her audience is full of horse people, so she wasn't there to educate. But it was it looked like it was a lot of people who were new, or no, what she said implied that a lot of the racers were new racers, at least on this type of horse. And they would have this little obstacle course, and when they started out, they would do the racers on the horses, they would do a little spin. And I didn't think nothing of it, but the way the YouTuber was talking made it sound like that the racer starts out with that spin to orient the horse to prepare it for spinning around a barrel or running around a barrel in a certain direction. And this was the importance of this was emphasized when, like, let's say you're past the gates, you walk through the gates, and it's time to go, and you do a little spin. That spin would be I don't know which direction. It's like a right-hand spin or whatever. And so that means that when you take off to go run your first barrel, I guess it'd be best if it was a right-hand spin around the barrel. Because she was saying like, oh no, anytime someone did, like, let's say a right-hand turnaround or like a spin, and then as soon as they got to the first barrel, they did a left-hand turnaround, which I would assume is just I would gather is just not conditioning, or no, what am I trying to say? I would chalk that behavior up, knowing nothing about horses, to just a comfort going in a certain direction, but for some reason the initial turnaround doesn't match that, or I guess it might be the spin at the top of the hour is good and comfortable, but then when they get into the obstacle course, they don't really think about it too much, or like they're not prepared, and then they take off and they don't really plan, or they don't have enough distance to like switch up to whatever is a comfortable rotation or comfortable direction to turn, so they try the opposite, and it gets their horse all messed up, or they get all messed up, or I think they like pull on the reins wrong or something. It's a complicated world. Once I'm done watching human drama channels, I'm just gonna watch horse drama channels. I have some good shit lined up. There's horses that got attitude, and because they're such a old creature, a lot of people know their behaviors and can say, oh yeah, when the horse does this, it means this. I saw one of those for a dog channel recently. This person was walking a dog, and the dog walked up to another dog, and it did all these little dog manners. The other dog did their own little dog manners, and the person just spoke what was happening, and the end of the interaction by saying, by narrating the dog shaking off any anxieties from like meeting another dog, not like bad, but just like, I don't know, maybe the nervous dog or something. Oh, that's insane. That's fucking crazy. So that's what I hope to get out of those horse drama videos. So excited. I'm excited for horse drama. I think that's what Horseland could have never been in the real world, but Horseland was a TV show that I caught one day on Netflix. I was looking for some second monitor material. I didn't have a second monitor at that time, but I had a television, like a little flat screen or whatever. Not a very big flat screen, but a nicely sized flat screen, and it was like right next to my desk. And I had Netflix on it, and I don't know what Netflix's prices are. I know that when I paid, or when my dad paid, it was like $7.99. I'm told they raised prices, so I don't know what's all going in there. Well, they had something called Horseland that I've never heard of before, and I watched it, and it was so strange. It was a very diverse collection of very rich children with horses. I assume they're all rich. They got fucking horses. Horses gotta be like $1 gajillion or something. And it was about the kids going on adventures, and the horses were there, but I wouldn't say they were like a major player, because the human conflict led a lot of the stuff. I think there were episodes where a horse's pride may have made them do a maneuver wrong, because that's what horses can apparently, horses can be independent like that. Like, I remember that barrel racing video, the girl was saying like, oh yeah, that horse is a people pleaser based off like the way it moved, which is, what are you talking about? But I believe her. I don't know, there was like some weird, I could kind of almost see it, but I don't know for sure. So the Horseland show, I kind of liked it. It was just dumb. The art was very 2000s. Those kind of, the outlines were less thick in the show, but a lot of the promo art was had a lot of thick outlines and kind of soft / sharpness to it. Actually, recently saw someone do a video about something called Trolls World, or the Trolls or whatever, and no one's ever fucking talked about that cartoon, so it's crazy to see, so I had to watch it, and it had a similar style to the Trolls, with like certain type of head shape that was really popular that I first saw in a webcomic called VT Cats. I thought it was the coolest. Let me see if I can Horseland. Let's go to Horseland. Yeah. There's a place where we go when we make the greatest friends we ever had. A good time and a bad. Yeah, we're all friends here on an adventure, riding to somewhere everyone can shine. Trying to get these head shapes. Oh god, Horseland, the complete series. Don't mind if I don't. I got these funny shaped heads like this. This guy, I don't know. They changed his voice actor in like a couple seasons, and it was kind of weird. I didn't like it. I don't like change. But these funny looking shapes. Let me go find that Trolls cartoon. Oh yeah, here we go. Welcome to the trolls world. Yeah, look at that weird 2000s shit. Any hoodles. I don't remember if Trolls was good or not. I thought it was fun to listen to while I doodled. I would just draw and watch cartoons. It was great. It's a hair thing. I think the next lyric is big thing. The troll girls had magical powers. I don't remember why. I don't know what they did. I'm sure there was like, someone wanted to take over the world, but, maybe the motivations were poorly thought out. Because, like, what do you do with trolls? They should have had, I hope it was all hair-based villains. I'm not sure what that looks like. We're like, oh, I'm the humidity fucker. I make the humidity weird. Unpredictable humidity throughout the day. That'll mess up people's hair. Then they'll be really nervous going to their Trolls World job interview. I think everyone had big hair in this show. Like, oh, like, there was a bald one. There was a bald troll. Which is awesome. It's a hair thing. Like, what are you talking about? What about horses? I don't know. I was never a horse girl growing up, but I didn't really have any distaste to horse girls, because where I grew up, it was like, if you're a horse girl and you have a horse, you're doing a fuckload of work. Horse girl to me was just like, wow, you enjoy labor. You enjoy labor while also going to school and probably doing really well in school, or like well enough in school. You're disgusting. Get out of here, freak. You work too hard. Get out of here. Oh yeah, I forgot holes in his too. I need to make notes for like little edits. What was I gonna write? Holes in Shane's coat. And then also there's just holes in Sam's coat that you gotta do. You don't forget the holes in Sam's coat, because he's a little ratty boy too. He's a little ratty man. I think now that I have this little blob of yellow here, I think I'm gonna remove this, because it's, I don't like it. It's not the problem of the face, but it's not helping at all. And I'm gonna get rid of this line so I can maybe add this down here. See, I don't know, maybe the gray teeth is no good, so we're gonna lighten that up just a little bit. We'll tweak things here and there. Sometimes when you're drawing something, it's like, oh, I'll fix that later, but you keep looking at it, it's like, man, it's pissing me off. Just a little bit, man. Just a little bit. As a little guy. Okay, so back to this. We're gonna, I need. There you are, idiot. Sometimes I want to call him Smelliot, but that's mean. I bet he smells like seawater. There's no way he doesn't smell like ocean shit. How does he keep it clean? It makes no sense. How does he keep his shack on the beach clean? Yeah, he spends all day cleaning, like, but then he actually does finish the book. So what up? Who up? Who up scrubbing their floorboard? That's crazy. Like, yeah, you can't write because you're just cleaning all the time when you're tired, you big idiot. Maybe like once you can't do that. I was gonna think like, oh, if I had my headcanon, and this wouldn't be story headcanon, But like my headcanon, I marry him and then he finishes his book. Not because I'm his muse, but because he no longer has to spend 16 hours a day cleaning. It's your problem, dude. You got no muses because you're eepy. You're eepy, and then by the time you're done, you're at the saloon getting wasted. I love that. I love that for him. I did get a bit of time on one of my files, my Bean Day file. I deleted that file, so I don't have it anymore. I remember he's I do remember why I didn't pick him. He's too much. He's too attention grabby for me. But in like a oh you're in a there's a difference between ways you want attention. I think being loud in a bar is like all right you're kind of imposing. So that's why he wasn't ever really the guy I went for. But it's fun to then get into a character headspace where you don't care about that. Where you just recognize it as, oh, he's being fun. Because, like, it's not a library, it's a bar. So I'm of two minds. I was like, oh, he's being too loud in public. I'm not really like that. And then conversely, it's like, yeah, oh, he's being, like, loud in a bar. Okay. I wonder if he actually buys all those drinks. Because he's loud and he says like, oh, I think he gets drinks for himself and someone else, but I swear he gets drinks for other people. So I don't know if he manages to pay for that. God bless him. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how he afforded that. I really do like the headcanons where his family's rich, but I've seen some people go into detail with it, like, oh, he had an inheritance and he was cut out, but he's got like relatives, so they get the inheritance. So it's not like, oh, he was the only boy and they cut him out of the will or whatever, or inheritance or the estate, because that would be insane. But like, stuff where he goes back home or whatever, and it's he's got to deal with his family and shit. I read some stories that go into that, and I quite like how they try to build up his home life. I think it's super fun. Oh wait, that's the wrong color, I think. Yeah. Come on now. Okay, I finished my assignment today. I still have a lot of my assignment, my next assignment for this class. I have to do that, but I did quite a bit of it yesterday, or yeah. No, the day before, on Sunday. So we got a lot of work done on Sunday. So we're gonna polish it up a bit while I wait for them to read the current thing I sent in. Hopefully it's fine. You never know. Apparently there's not many, if any, revisions in this class that my mentor knows of or has had to deal with, but whatevs. First time for everything. World first. World first. World first bad paper. Oh, wait. This is not the color. Is it? Oh, shit. I want an in-between color, because there needs to be something in between. So let's merge all you bad. I like to merge the bottom ones. Like, say I'm fucking with this layer now, just to see, like, oh, what did I do? Sometimes it's not much. A lot of times it's a lot, because I'll, like, zone out. If I get lucky. These days, you ain't guaranteed to zone out. Okay, so let's make you 50%. Oh, shit. Pull up. All right, 51, 49. What's the diff? Don't say it. Don't do that math. Don't do it here. We're calculator only. I feel like numbers. Alrighty. I want to use the harder line brush for this. Maybe. Okay, and take this little chunkum right here. not seen a CC Suarez video in a while. I saw one today. They're coming out with new perverts every day. She had another video about another pervert. Oh, ow, ow. I went to go scritch my face a little bit just to itch it, and I had some dried skin. And it was hard. What the hell? I'm gonna moisturize. I'm gonna put some water on my hands, and then I'm gonna moisturize. I need to moisturize my hands because it's so cold. I need to moisturize. God bless. God bless my relative. She hates when things are the same for too long, so, you know, every time you go into the bathroom, there's like a new soap dispenser, or maybe the soap dispenser's gone, and you'll see the soap dispenser in a week. Maybe they're doing bar soap plus liquid soap. There's always liquid soap, though. And they got a different tray for the bar soap. Or no bar soap this week. I'm very much not that type of person. For the most part, like, I think I get a lot of that out in what I consider safe spaces, like video games and drawing, not in real life. Same with financial stuff. I'm really cheap, I'm really frugal in real life. I like to think about what I'm going to buy for a while before I buy it, unless it's like a routine thing or like something I have to buy. But if it's just like something different, then I'll think about it for a while. But in video games and art, I guess in this instance, I'm not going to talk about money. In video games, I'm horrible with money. I do not even pretend to budget in video games. I just do whatever the fuck I want. I've always been like that. I think at some points I wanted to have a lot of money, and so I had lamented that I was not good at budgeting in video games. But I don't know if that would have made me like the game more. I mean, it would have been more to do and to think about. But I had a lot of fun. So, meh. It's not all that bad. Let's see. I'm trying to think of, like, if there was something that I really wanted that I couldn't get. And you know what? Yeah, there might be. So there's something called obsidian armor in Guild Wars 1. Let me show you a picture of obsidian armor. You're gonna fucking look at it. Obsidian armor. Guild Wars 1. Now, it probably looks like shit to all y'all, because, like, the models in this game are kind of fucked. They're kind of whack. They're a little uggo. Okay, this is not helping my case. Whatevs. I'm trying to take a screenshot screen doo-doo of every single dang one. Oh my god. Yes, that's my art style. That's right, it's Guild Wars 1 Obsidian armor sets. You got your female warrior, male warrior, your female ranger, male ranger, so blurry. Female monk, male monk. Female necromancer, male necromancer. So on and so forth. Y'all see what's up. And let's see. I didn't want any of these. I think I wanted female ritualist. Didn't want any of these. I might have wanted like I might have wanted the top for the female mesmer. Didn't want any of the Ellies. I don't have a lot of boy characters because I don't know, whatever. I never wanted the top. I may have wanted the leggings for female monk. Maybe once I wanted the female ranger. Yeah. Now these are expensive. These are very, very expensive pieces. They're endgame armor sets for, I think you gotta clear the whole underworld crafted by the Eternal Forge Master in the Fissure of Woe. Alright, so the Fissure of Woe, also called the Realm of War, is the realm of Balthazar. In this realm, the god of war and his Eternals are engaged in a battle with Menzies and his shadow army. It is divided into 9 known sections and is full of wreckage, battlefields, and fiery landscapes. The sole exception to this is the Forest of the Wailing Lord. According to Admiral Sidon the Eternal, the Fissure of Woe will always be in conflict. And this is a place in a location called the Mists, which is like a land between worlds or something. It's an afterlife. It's an eternal battleground. And where the fuck is this? Is this not the underworld? Am I stupid? Hold up. I don't know where this is. I've been here before because this is the temple. They got the Temple of War in the middle. Oh my god! I don't know where this is. I'm underworld. Yeah, the underworld is different. I don't think I've ever cleared the underworld because I didn't want anything from it. So this other place. Oh no, yeah, it's called FOW in the game. Okay, it is okay. So I forgot what it is because in the game we call it FOW, FOW. We call Underworld UW, but we say FOW for FOW, so I forgot. But yeah, I've helped clear Underworld before, but how big are the teams? Whatever. But generally, back in the day, you would get, you and it might be 8. I gotta know. Come on, I gotta know how many people do FOW. Wow. Explorable area, chest of woe. So you get to the mist. Well, these are just the mist. I don't know how to get here. Explorable areas. Okay, yeah. The Fissure of Woe and the Underworld are also they're both in the mist. So they're just like different chunks. Okay, so to get to the Fissure of Woe, all players of the party must be ascended or Wenosu. Wenosu it's ascension. It's when you get like closer to the gods or whatever by completing some trials. I'll explain it. Don't worry. You use a passage scroll to the Fissure of Woe and embark beach or any of the following locations below: Chantry of Secrets, Temple of the Ages, or Zinku Corridor. Okay, these are all 8 party areas. So, all right. So you and 7 other people, generally nowadays, use henchmen. You all go down there and you clear out a bunch of areas full of monsters. I think each area has a quest. So you complete the quest for each one of those areas, and then your reward is you unlock these NPCs that you get like regular like things, like you get a lot of good drops from the monsters. You get chests, you get a weapon, like rare weapons, and then you get access to an armor crafter. I think he's like a centaur man. And that's how you get this exclusive armor. So, and it's very expensive. So on top of being expensive, you got to do quite a lot to get to it. But that's the only thing I remember wanting that was out of my reach financially. And honestly, I'm not really fucking with it anymore. I'm looking through the armors. I'm gonna give them one more look before I delete this file because I don't need it anymore. I think I only fuck with the female ritualist one. And problem is, I wouldn't even wear the headdress. Oops. Because, like, my ritualist just wouldn't wear the headdress because it obscures her face and her hair and her head, and she needs that for her characterization. She looked great without it. My ritualist, she's a gilf. That's her character. So you being able to see her silver hair and her juicy lips, her granny gummers, it's important. All right, so we can't be putting a big old urn on her head. I like her a lot. She's great. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that was out of my reach. I think everything else in the game I'm just stylistically not interested in. I was always generally able to grind my way to gear that I liked aesthetically, because that's basically what it comes down to at the end, how good it looks. Yeah, at some point I'm gonna have to make Elliot's paw smaller. It is massive. Sheesh, oh matic. I think I'll have to make some changes to Harvey's too. And I'll do this I'll get a lot of stuff done. I'm trying to minimize the amount of layers I'll have to manipulate. And then I'll get a scale from something. Like, oh, the hand should be big as X, Y, Z, and then we'll go from there. Oh boy, I cannot see what's going on here. I hope this purple color is okay. If not, then I will just die. Hey, baby sweetie, I'm telling absolutely nobody about Guild Wars 1.
Good, because no one wants to know.
That's stupid. That's why this generation sucks.
They don't like Guild Wars 1.
They don't like good shit. They like bad shit. They like shit that sucks.
Are you on you're on your boomer arc right now?
Yeah.
Young kids are pretty fun.
No.
What?
They explode.
You can't say that.
What? It's not a genuine threat.
The youth explode.
It's not a real threat. I don't hope that. Now you're gonna make me
Explode with
censor my language
happiness.
to appeal to the algorithm. That just makes me want to unalive myself.
You can't say that. Come on, man.
What's up, baby? I'm just chilling.
I was gonna take a shower, but I wasn't stopping and say what's up.
Oh, what's up? You having a good day?
Yeah.
That's what I like.
This dog gay.
What?
This dog gay.
Do you think he's human gay? Is this gay?
No, that's some sort of queer. Like he'd say some word, but I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that one. It's not a new one for me. It's just like, oh yeah, that.
Oh, you're guilty too.
It's like when you hear about like a rare D&D specialization, you know, like
Right.
a rare D&D. Like you had to buy like a D&D expansion to hear that class.
Oh, wow, nobody plays that build.
And then they bust it out, and you're like, whoa, yeah, I forgot about that. That's crazy.
That's niche.
Like you're like a time engineer? Huh. Forgot about that.
You're a spirit ranger?
Yeah. Holy moly.
Oh, it's spirits move now. Wow.
They should make a player's handbook for sexuality. With all the different options and
Yeah,
like
keep it-
like character art and shit in there.
Keep it small and then just give it away at church.
Have like the like positives and negatives for each like option.
Like which ones are good for PvE.
Yeah. You can give it to old people and they maybe they get into it.
They're all just gonna roll bisexual.
Every girl already does.
Bisexual Gen Xer.
Every girl's like, oh, I'm bisexual. Yeah, okay, prove it.
I'll fuck my friend.
Lesbians should be allowed to use that word. Fuck.
They should or shouldn't?
Shouldn't.
No. They should.
No, the way they do it ain't like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, It's not like you're worthy of it, right? You gotta get more crazy with it.
What about Schlorpen?
Schlorpen?
Schlorpen.
That is gross. No lesbians don't want to do
What
that.
about frickin'? We're frickin'.
Sure, that works.
These women are frickin'.
You gonna fuck or you gonna frick? Oh, I smell frick. The quiz handbook.
25th edition.
7 new classes inside.
Wow. They really buffed demisexuals.
Got a new trait.
Beast speak.
Bewilder. Confuse your opponent.
Are you getting heat? You want more heat? You can have more heat.
I'm just standing here now.
Oh, okay.
I gotta go.
Huh?
Is that a signal to get the fork out?
No, all I have in my chamber right now is Guild Wars 1.
Oh.
And I know you don't give a damn about
Yeah,
that.
because you already told me everything 700 times.
And I'll tell you 700 more. I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna talk about Guild Wars 1 at one of our funerals.
Well, what if you die first, though?
I'm gonna put it on my tombstone.
Well, okay, what do I put on there?
I don't know.
An explanation? Like a...
Yeah.
I don't
But
think
like,
you can fit all that on.
they got the little shrines in the game. You could
Just put the URL to download the client.
Yeah. Let's see if there's any updates. Because there's updates recently. They're doing new shit.
No,
Dude.
no.
Let's see. History? Would that be where I go? Feedback, game updates. Like, they got new game modes. Holy, wait, what did they do? Shit. Yeah, they got new game. They have 3 new game modes that they had to fix. They added wiki notes. They fixed some exploits. New Steam-based in-game store rolling out. They did a lot of changes to skills in every profession. Oh my god, I gotta look through these. Update. 2 updates. Skill update.
Are there actual changes or like we changed the wording?
No, it's like here's increased adrenaline gain, reduced recharge time, decreased activation time, decreased triggered energy cost, reduce energy. So yeah, they're doing something with the meta. Spirit changes. They fixed issues with ranges. They've increased ranges. I don't really use spirits though. Huh. Yeah. Woo! They're doing new stuff. Wait, what? Turns out a former ArenaNet staff member, Isaiah Cartwright, still had all the knowledge in his head to make balance changes and in his own initiative volunteered to do a balance pass for us. Yeah, this guy's old. Back in Feb 2009, I worked on Asheron's Call and Asheron's Call 2. That sounds like some shit you remember.
Yeah, AC and AC2 were around. They might have been right after Ultima Online, like late 90s. I remember seeing their game on the shelf. I never played it though.
Okay, so our strategy was to data mine the least popular skills and improve many of them, which increases the number of viable skill options. That way, the main meta of the game remains the same, well, mostly, and the net effect is that the game has more useful skills. Richard Fogg partnered on this update to help roll it out. Here are the details. They all these old nerds who were like, I remember back in my day. Hello, clown man. Back in my day, nobody used this skill.
I could probably do that for multiple online, honestly.
Yeah.
You just remember shit.
Yeah.
I still remember all the mage stuff. 64 spells.
I hope to see every now and then in some of these update notes, you have former ANET staff from back in the day be like, hey, they remember a lot of stuff. Like they came in and did something.
I think there was one. I don't mean to talk shit on it.
Yeah, you do. You hate it.
No, there's a genre of game where it's like the early 2000s, they like dated themselves, I think, with their art style. Like it's polygon. Like early polygonal stuff is rough. Like I wish more games went for stylized back then. But like 3D was all new and they were all like, yo, 3D. It was Mario's fault. Super Mario 64 ruined everyone's brain because Super Mario 64 came out and it looked pretty good for the time. I think Super Mario 64 holds up graphically. And it's 3D. And then because after Super Mario 64 and the Nintendo 64 came out, every game from then on was like, yo, we gotta put more polygons in this shit. And I was like, no, just stick with stylized. Like you're not, especially with an MMO. An MMO, there's way too many art assets. You can't do that shit.
I think Guild Wars 1 looks fine, and I think Mario looks like that Mario game looks awful. I've hated it ever since I've seen it.
Graphically, I think Mario
Yes.
64 looks fine.
It's deeply unpleasant to look at. I do not enjoy watching people play it because it makes me physically feel sick in my stomach.
Nah,
It literally does make me feel sick.
Twisted.
Yeah, my stomach's twisted. Mario game. What is it? Mario 64? The one all the people speed run. I don't like the way it looks.
Yeah, I was saying Mario 64 graphically holds up. Like it's 90s 3D, but like I think it holds up the test of time.
Yeah.
Whereas I think a lot of 2000s PC games that went for like 3D graphics early on, they kind of look like ass and they're harder to go back and play because they just look really bad.
Yeah, we disagree on this.
And I'm glad Ultima Online stuck with their isometric flat look.
I love watching Mario 64.
Hey, me too, Clown Man. I love Mario 64.
Just a bunch of sickos.
She doesn't know what to do with it. Mario 64 is awesome.
I'm sure it plays fine. I could just never look at it.
And Nintendo 64 was crazy because as soon as it came out, they had Ocarina and Mario 64 like ready to go at launch. And they're like two of the best games ever made.
I'm trying to think what games in that era I liked because I never had that console. We had, I think we did have an N64 at the after school program I went to. But let's see, we had Spyro, Mischief Makers, Yoshi's Story, Pokemon Snap, Star Fox.
I mean, I won't dox your age specifically, but you are 5 years younger than me. So you would have been, the games you would have played would have been different. Because your consciousness would have been, like, you were different at a different point. So 5 years later, you're probably, like, Xbox times was, like, when you were, like, formative.
I mean, I didn't get exposed to it directly, so what I'm exposed to is going to be very different than what was available.
Well, your brother and your father probably had game consoles and shit
No,
that they played.
they were PC gamers.
Well, I mean, still, like, I'm not saying console specifically, but, like, the games that you grew up watching. You would have watched what they played.
Half-Life 2, a little bit of Tribes, Counter-Strike, Natural Selection.
Tribes is a game I wish I had gotten into at the time, but I just didn't know about it till super late. But Tribes looks fun.
What I liked about tribes is that sometimes in the morning, or when my brother would like fall asleep with the game on, so I'd log into the I'd be in the game and I would just walk around to like the end of the map, and it was just really magical. Wow, there's
Yeah, that
nothing
game.
there.
All I know about it is people fly around a lot.
Yeah,
They like rocket jump across the map and shit.
yeah. You seem to have a lot of rocket jump availability because I was just jumping. I was just yamping. So I never fought anybody in the game. I was just in this world because I didn't have a PC game, so I wasn't exposed to being at the end of a map or something. And some of that magic carries forward in basically any game where I accidentally clip out of bounds.
Yeah, you do like exploring. I think it's why we both, when we played Guild Wars 2, really liked just the JPs, and like when it came to World, a lot of time, the guild as a whole, we spent a lot of time trying to find like breaking the map, just
Yeah.
like, out of bounds and shit, and just like I got so happy every time a bug came up. Like, yeah, you can just jump on the wall and get into this tower. It's like,
I liked when like Kyrene would show me stuff. I think Do It Too, it would show me stuff too, because I was never that creative in finding things myself. But I did like exploring just because of Guild Wars 1, and that was like, it's a co-MMO, so you have instance areas, so you have hubs that you instance into, and there's people there doing stuff, but it's not a combat section. It's where you go and you sell your items and you get materials, and you can, if you want to team up with people, you can, and then you leave out the portal and you go fight monsters in an instance. And
what you're talking about anymore?
oh, that's the game. Sorry, I'm trying to talk about like the exploration aspect, and through these instances where a lot of people would get their exploring done, because it's not like it was a big deal that you could no clip in like this big boss area, because it's not like all the players are going to get back there. It's just
What
gonna
game are
be
you talking about?
Guild Wars 1.
Oh, okay.
My goodness, you don't know nothing.
I just lost focus.
I know you did, because you hate that game. So that's probably where I got my interest in exploration. And going to Guild Wars 2, there was still a bit of that, but I didn't like exploration in that game because there were so many respawning mobs, and that kind of hurt my appreciation of the areas.
I mean, yeah, and the PvP, I didn't care about the PvE zones.
It's like, oh, you look at this vista, and then while you're looking at it, there's like this fugly ass NPC that's whacking at you for no damage, but he's annoying and slowing you down. But it was a lot of Kyrene helped or got me into exploration. But I wouldn't even say got me into. He made me aware of some things, but I just wasn't that curious enough to explore the game world.
I do wonder in Guild Wars 2 if they fixed a lot of the basic like the areas that we know about, where you just basically jump through the invisible wall and you can go to like areas.
I remember trying some of there's a West Keep one where you get onto a big rock and then you run around into the West Keep Bay. I remember that one not working.
Like Southwest Camp.
Let me see, Southwest Camp.
The triangle grass area, if you...
Is the goal to get into the spawn?
Yeah. And there's the spawn. You can get through the spawn the classic way of just like getting past the guards with some invulnerable. You know?
Yeah. Man. Huh.
Yeah, kind of the back rooms, because in some of the exploits in Guild Wars 2, this is in the PvP modes, you jump out of the wall and then you're there's ways to get under the map, and once you're under the map, you can attack people, but they can't attack you.
Yeah, it kind of depends if the skills that you have access to under the map are, if they ignore the axis of the height axis.
Yeah, Mesmer 1 was, I think Mesmer tried it 1. It's a pretty good one.
Yeah, because I think for most of the underground exploits, under-map exploits, you were forced underwater. But I think a lot of those underwater skills did ignore the height axis. So you did have instances where like people are playing conditioned necromancers with a conditioned spear, and they're just fucking people up.
Mm-hmm.
I like, because there's like one guy, and people are just like, it's the guy, he's over there. it's usually just slow time too.
Yeah, I don't. There's a line with it where like I don't mind if people do it and they're just being annoying about it. Like if you find the zone in a map to clip through manually, like jumping, then you earned it, right? But a lot of those people would just do teleports. They just teleport onto the map.
Yeah.
And you could like physically see them teleport onto the map, and you're just like, oh, you did it the lame way.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
No teleport exploits onto the map. You gotta earn that.
Yeah, the jumping was really cool to pull off. I I was just excited to do the you activate the Heartseeker skill, which is like a leap, but you also jump so that when you Heartseeker, you do your little jumping attack, you go a bit higher. And you do that to get into places. Ah, it feels so good.
Yeah, that feels good.
Really pays off. I saw someone they were talking about their experience playing WoW and some of the nostalgic moments. And for them, it seems like their jump exploit build or character class was a warrior, heroic leaping into things, because he was doing that to look at old dungeons.
Yeah, heroic leap and okay, depends on the game version and what I'm saying, but any ability, because there are some abilities you have like grapple hook on outlaw for like two expansions, but then they changed how it worked. There's some abilities that can leap to locations without pathing, right? Pathing being the game checks if you can path there before it allows you to go there. And 99% of abilities in WoW require a valid path before they'll let you do it. Heroic Leap is classically, it's like the one button that historically does not check that. So it is the button that you'll typically use to just like exploit up things because it doesn't require path checking. The other one is like anytime after Demon Hunter, because Demon Hunter can do.
Oh yeah.
Demon Hunter can essentially wall jump anywhere because it has double jump and fly.
Oh man.
So you can usually double jump your way up anything. That if you have something to run against, like a steep mountain, right? You can just double jump your way up it essentially.
I forgot all about that profession, the Dagger Man.
Dagger Man?
He's got the big. You just said his name.
Outlaw?
No, the flipping demon hunter. Yeah, that's it.
There's a few double jump specs. Or now I think the dragons might get a double jump.
Everybody double jump.
It's like demon hunters, and I think there's a dragon thing that can do it. I think there's one other spec I'm misremembering.
Does Monk have anything?
Monk has a lot of ability, but they don't have
leaps.
Like they're very fast monks, but they don't have like leaps or anything like that. They don't have teleports.
I know that you can use the roll dodge or whatever in the afterlife. So whenever I would play my little level 20 and I wanted to travel long distances through death pathing or whatever, I would use Monk for that.
Yeah.
They should give him more flips and things. Just for fun.
I mean, they gave him one recently. They gave us this last expansion. They added a trait that everyone can take because it's pretty easy to take in the class tree. Where after you dodge roll, first you can take the thing that makes your dodge roll further, so you can dodge roll further, and then after you dodge roll, you get a buff for like 4 or 5 seconds. That if you execute a double jump on your keyboard, so hit space twice, you'll do a jump and then a dash, mid-air dash.
Yo, that's it.
So for every dodge roll, you get a longer dodge roll and a dash. So, I mean, it's at the point where like monks have so much mobility that for Windwalkers, which is the damage spec, you voluntarily give up Flying Serpent Kick because which is what I and every other one did, because quite frankly, like, you just had too much movement. Like you just, because the thing with movement in MMOs is if it is a team-based MMO, so you're trying to stay with your team in
Yeah.
a dungeon or any scenario, if you are faster than everyone already, then there's no reason to go faster.
Yeah.
It's like I'm already waiting for that priest to waddle his ass up here. So like, why do I need a fourth movement button?
Yeah, you're just
I
gonna
don't.
honestly, you're just gonna like fuck yourself over.
Yeah. So usually, like, just the roll dash is all anyone ever needs, but then you also have like some movement speed buffs, like that make you just run quicker, and that's most of it that you need. But Windwalker's had a third one, which is Flying Serpent Kick, which is like a super far range, kind of a dash. It's like Warrior Greatsword 5.
Hmm. I think I'm misremembering that skill then.
Warrior Greatsword 5?
Flying thingy. I remember a kick that moved you, but I didn't remember it going very
Oh,
far.
it goes very far, and when you press it again, it stops it. So it's like goes very far, and you can stop it at some point in its path. It's only Windwalker that can do it, not the other ones.
What monk spec did I? Hold on. What are the monk specs? You can just tell me. Actually, I'll probably remember.
Mistweaver is the healer, Brewmaster is the tank, and Windwalker is the damage.
Yeah, I did Windwalker. I do remember.
You might not have been high enough level to get it. I don't know.
I remember my character doing a kick, but maybe it was something else.
There's a lot of kick buttons.
Yeah, it is a
Rising Sun kick, Blackout kick. But Flying Serpent kick is a just strictly movement option. It's a lot of movement. It's very fast. That's the one you can choose to give up for another damage button, which everyone always does because you just don't need it. It's too much movement.
Yeah. You can type first. And do less DPS. I got this red color in the hair, and it does not translate very well to this over here. Unfortunately. Almost looks like he bleedy. So, you know what? I'll just use a different color. And we'll come back to it later. Just to keep things separate for later.
I feel like Harvey should have a thicker mustache.
This guy?
No, the real one. I feel like the color and thickness of the hair, the mustache should just be slightly thicker.
I think most people draw him with a thicker mustache. At least this person's got a thicker mustache. I think people generally envision him with a thicker mustache. From most of the art I've
Like
seen.
even that's thicker.
Yeah, I think this depiction is like the one I see so often.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, people thicken up his mustache. There's a mod where you can get rid of the mustache. I don't.
There's some ladies that don't like that hair.
I hate them. Sorry. Sorry, ladies. You're annoying.
Like I think
Oh fuck, that's terrible. It's got like weird lips. Hold on.
I think Aqua is one of them. She's like, I just don't like any facial hair.
She doesn't know anything.
All right, man.
She's never held hands with anyone, so whatever. Whatever. Well, you do whatever. People have taken away this man's mustache, and it's disgusting.
Mm. I didn't know in the dock you have these buttons here for modding too.
Oh, I think this is not the dock.
Oh, it's Twitch. Okay.
I should probably have this open. instead. I would like more accessible options like that to the side, because remember that one guy was there and I tried to do something, but like if the menu was off the screen. I don't know. It's not a big deal, but
Yeah, I don't know if this will have moderating options. That's something.
Mhm.
I think it's just visual. It's not meant to be functional.
Burpa.
There's a chance that, trying to think, maybe. I wonder if Chatterino has a dock option. So that might be another option. Because I know a lot of streamers use Chatterino as their tracking all the chat stuff because it's a less resource demanding, like faster, and cleaner thing.
Sure. I don't know anything about it.
I'm gonna take that shower.
Thank you.
Don't rant about Guild Wars 1.
Why not? What should I rant about?
Anything but Guild Wars 1.
But
You're the only human that loves it.
that was all my topics for today.
Where's 1?
Yes, I was gonna try to pair all of the professions into gods, like align them with gods based off like the secondary attributes.
What?
Okay, so
No one knows what you're talking about. Don't explain it to me.
okay.
No one knows what you're talking about. Look out your window. Like, oh, there's a tree. I can talk about some tree related.
I can't see a tree. Give me a topic.
There's a whole tree line right there.
Topic.
Should the Baltic boys who wear them tracksuits, do you think that they should be more colorful with them? Or because they always put the basic colors.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's
And is it forbidden to have like a top and a bottom with different colors? Because they always try to match colors. I think they could mix and match a little more.
I don't know enough about those outfits because I've seen them referenced, but it's been so long.
Like squatting and lion's arch.
Sorry if I'm not talking. I'm doing something real quick. Oh, you're good. If anything, it's me who should be yapping about stuff.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, you're cool. You do whatevs.
If you start talking about Guild Wars 1, you yell at her.
He hates when I talk about my
aggressive as you want.
favorite video game. What about Animal Crossing? Can I talk about Animal Crossing? I like games that nobody fucking likes. I want to talk about the
A
game.
lot of people like Animal Crossing.
Oh, but you didn't say yes. You can talk about Animal Crossing. You laughed. You lamowed.
I'm not on the floor. You're the only one that lamows here.
The only game I can talk about legally here is Stardew Valley. I'll say that.
Because you're drawing Stardew Valley.
Yeah, and it's literally in my channel description or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't play other games.
Is that Fields of Mystery game good, or is it too nice? Like, is it too, like,
It looked too nice for me.
Because when I look at Fields of Mystery, I'm like, wow, this is too indulgent for the player. Like, there's not enough friction. Because even Stardew Valley, who's pretty nice to the player, they're still like...
They got a sad-ass alcoholic who says, I'm gonna kill myself.
So Fields of Mystery, everything I've seen of it is like, it's just like too nice. It's too perfect to the world in itself.
When that game was first coming out, there were Steam reviews that did say, I want a nicer Stardew Valley. However, I have been hearing less and less and less about Fields of Mysteria, so maybe that game's either not getting enough updates to satisfy people.
I feel like the thing is, if someone wants that, they should just do Stardew Valley, but with mods for what they're looking.
Yeah, like a ooh mod.
Because like when a game gets big enough and old enough to where updates aren't happening anymore, like you can kind of just customize it with mods to like however much you want. Because I'm sure there's mods that exist that change any of the characters some way you want.
Yeah, like I want my 10-year-old to play Stardew Valley. So, like, how do I get rid of certain things? How do I have her not interact with certain storylines?
Yeah. How do I disable Elliot as an option? She cannot talk to Elliot.
She cannot know men like this may exist in the universe. they are evil.
She'll talk to her friend about me. She's like, yeah, this Elliot character is weird. As soon as you talk to him, he like disintegrates into slime and disappears. He's so mysterious.
Oh, I slime men.
Now I'm into men that turn into slime and disappear.
So mysterious.
You give her a complex.
Ooh, that's for slime boys. Slime boys.
Man. So she's
Slime
into like
man.
snails. She's like, that's just a man waiting to turn into a man. He's gonna sprout up and be LeBron James.
The snail.
LeBron James, the snake. Next year, when he retires, he'll be like, "Hey, I'm done with basketball. Peace." And he like turns into a snail and waddles off stage because it takes him a while. The headlines are like, "LeBron James reverts to snail." Slowly leaves building.
He'll be back in 100 years.
Taking my talents to South Bay as a snail.
I guess I'll close out all of these Guild Wars 1 tabs that I had opened.
What the hell are you gonna talk about?
There were skill updates.
No one knows what the skills are. You could make up words. You could just say, "A phlebotomist smack." Phlebotomist smack got 3 more.
They were just to pull down on blood sack. I've been wanting to use that in my dentist build.
Dentist slurp got 3. 3 more than dentist slurp. Flip flop sound got nerfed. Flip flop sound is less annoying.
Who complained?
My flip flop build. I just stand outside the doors and make my flip flop make noise. Yeah, but you gotta get a tank that knows door spec. He's gotta try to stay closed while you make that flip flop sound. It's crazy that I'm not on drugs.
You're always tickling me with you say words and I'm like, woo.
Oh shit.
Ugh.
I am the clown call.
Yeah. You my clown.
I'm getting closer to the shower.
Yeah, you are. You do
Soon I'll
not.
be in the hallway talking.
You're,
Disembodied voice.
you're gonna be in the stairwell with your phone, texting me.
Yeah, you should stream, and I call on my phone in the shower. I call in.
Maybe my underwater voice. It's really hard to
Yeah.
do.
If you become a big streamer, we gotta do that content idea. I call in from the shower.
That would be talk shit.
Yeah, it is your shh. You're like, what's that sound? It's like, oh, he's in the shower. If you have like, you'd have to get like a list of like trusted people because you could carry that content through multiple people. Because you want to get random people to call in the shower because you don't know. But like, if you have someone you trust, you know, you're on the shower call-in list. If you ever want to call in when you're in the shower, you can do that.
Okay.
No toilet noises.
No. Well,
No.
why not?
Probably
Really? Like you can't imply
There's
you.
gotta be a rule on Twitch against streaming while shitting or pissing. I'm sure that that's like a thing.
Twitch, can you? You're coming back over here. You're nowhere closer to the
What the hell
show.
is this?
Can you stream while on the toilet?
No.
How do you use bathroom without losing viewers?
Oh, he means that way. I thought he was like streaming from the bathroom, and he's like, "Why are my viewers going down?"
Fine. I'll ask the clanker. Discouraged and generally prohibited.
Yeah, can't be doing that.
Okay, this is different. They're citing the 2019 suspension of Dr.
Yeah, because he was
Disrespect
filming.
in a public bathroom.
Yeah, we're talking about a private bathroom.
Like, can you go to your bathroom with
And
your?
there's no one else in there.
Yeah. If anything, it sounds like you can.
At some point, you could just read the rules.
No. That's hard.
Yeah.
They're only citing Dr. Disrespect, and it's clearly a different case.
That's because clankers don't know what the hell. They don't know nothing.
Content classification guidelines. Control F, bathroom. Restroom.
Hate to see their patch notes.
Toilet. What's got reduced cooldown? Does toilet have reduced cooldown? Toilet, see, like, I typed in restroom, I have it in bathroom. What am I supposed to type in? Like,
I mean, I don't know.
yeah, you can shit
There's
on
a
the
lot of
toilet.
gray area where it's like that could be disapproved. Because like there was a whole like hot tub meta, right?
You can't lick a microphone anymore.
Yeah, because of the ASMR where people went crazy. Yeah,
That was weird.
I never liked that. That was just annoying.
Yeah.
Wait, can you do the display of sex toys in educational content?
Yeah.
What is this? Examples of content that require classification.
Oh.
And quit.
So you can still snog all over a thingy, a microphone. It's just that
What is a classification label?
I guess you just a label saying this is the ear licking, this is microphone licking.
Oh,
Okay.
so the
Alright,
thing more
man.
people can still do.
I guess so. I wonder if their meta has changed. They're like, oh, we're not into this anymore.
But you can kiss another individual.
Okay, I'm
But
gonna.
do you have to like put a warning like kissing my husband?
Yeah, put a tag.
Kissing husband zone?
Kissing husband tag. Ooh, can I have that?
Marital kisses zone.
But tags should be easy to add. Let me.
Marital
Edit.
kisses that we can put on there?
Yeah.
You should put more
Actually.
tags anyway. You just have
Well,
English.
how do I add tags?
That's probably in the dashboard area.
It's Henya.
Yeah, she's dialing.
Come on my butt dial.
I don't think she says that.
Yeah, she does.
What tag did you click on for
I
that?
clicked on English.
Oh, that's crazy. Because I was like, how's she so high with that few viewers? I guess it's only VTubers that put English.
Husband.
You're not the husband. People are coming expecting a husband.
What if they come in expecting a wife? That's worse.
Oh, there's a lot of wife streamers.
What does that mean?
They roleplay that they're married to chat.
I don't.
They're GFE. Have you heard of GFE? Girlfriend Experience Streamers. They're not that big, but
Okay. Husband guy. Husband wife duo. What am I supposed to put in here?
I think you can custom shit.
Dang, that's great. Husband and
I think you
Joey.
just put in-
Yo.
Yeah.
Husband of hot wife.
These are just tags that people know already, but you can do your own. I'm pretty sure.
I love my husband. No results found. Dude, this website. Yes. I love my husband. I love my husband, Pac-Man. Whoa, who's married to Pac-Man? Gotta find her.
Miss Pac.
Oh, I was like thinking.
She's got our whole game, like.
I love my husbands. Sometimes My husband shows up and I love. Oh,
That's
too long.
too long.
Too long.
Stop talking about your damn husband.
I love my husband.
That's gay. Come on, man.
Well, that's all I got.
People here for you, you silly.
Where's the damn upgrade? Update.
It's probably like.
Oh my god, I have to do
situation.
everything.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yes. I love my husband.
All sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
I want to put you in a rig sometime.
Well, yeah, sometime. I just don't know when.
Whenever you're ready.
I have to make my clown girl, but I've been very.
You want to make a whole ass model.
Well, I don't want to be someone else. I mean, I like that little. Maybe if we find, maybe one day we'll go looking through the free models and we'll find something that that's not very popular that I also like.
I think I've seen them all. There's not.
Okay, well then I'll find something that I like, and then if some other
brown girl. You don't like the brown girl?
We have to buy that one.
Yeah, it's not that much.
It's really not a big expense.
And I'm paying an artist, which I'm always nicer about. If I'm paying $130 to Microsoft, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
If I'm paying $130 to an artist, I'm like, all right, yeah, whatever. I think it always gets lost in the discussion of like when people are like, oh, it's so expensive to blah blah blah, and it's like, but giving money to artists feels better than giving money to some fuck ass company.
So they're gonna spend it on some other person. They're gonna like buy Kuromi plushies from some Etsy store.
Also, because software is kind of bullshit. Whenever you have to pay for software, like paying for software is kind of a scam. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, like
I have tech certificates, all right.
Like I'm only upgrade. Like I have to upgrade my software for security reasons.
You can get pretty much anything that you need. You can get it for free, but some software just charges you money, even though it's fucking worse. And it's like, ugh.
And now we all have to upgrade for compliance. Yeah, right.
Yeah, not enough people yell at Microsoft. They should yell at them more. Because it seems like every time where I'm like, my life is stable, then they're like, there's a new operating system. It's like, wow. This operating system is working literally perfectly fine. And they're like, no, we're going to do a new one where we start over. It's like an expansion every time. Every operating system is a new expansion where you're like, yeah, but like you already got the skills and shit figured out. And they're like, no, we're going to do a whole new system.
But like video games are fun. This shit is not fun.
Some people have fun with new operating systems.
Ugh. I'm trying my best to enjoy like the new Word, the new OS, mostly just the new Word, because it tries to predict what you're gonna type next and like.
Yeah, but that type of shit is
interesting,
annoying.
I guess.
Like the fact that you're like, yeah, I'm on Windows 11, and the new things are like applications. It's like you don't need a new operating system for a new application feature.
I actually really hate the autosave feature of Notebook because like that's how my checklist worked. It's I don't save, and then the next day I open the file and it's not saved, and it's just a nice long checklist that hasn't been checked.
So with Notepad, they essentially just wholesale copied a lot of features from Notepad++ because Notepad++ is what a lot of people used, and they have the autosave feature there as well.
Fuck them.
I think you can turn it off though.
Probably.
So maybe you can turn it off in Notepad as well.
Yeah. I just don't want to have to look for that. My goodness. Gotta do everything.
It's not even like an auto save because it doesn't actually save. It's just writing to memory. And when you save, it writes to disk. But what it does is when you close the program without saving, it takes the writing to memory and it throws it in like a temp cache file of that memory.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you start it again, it just retrieves the cache dump that it did.
Is that how that Sticky Notes app worked that I used to use?
I don't know. I don't know if that's Sticky Notes app.
Hmm.
So it's really just when you close the program, it says, here's the working set of memory. We're throwing this on the disk. Next time we start it up, we'll have it.
Boo.
All right, I'm gonna walk that shower this time.
Yeah, you gotta do that. I gotta drink my water. My goodness. Guess I need new material. Man, I love Guild Wars 1. What a wonderful game. Probably shouldn't yap about it because nobody knows what I'm talking about because it's an old game for old people like me. Fields of Mystria, I made sure that when that game came out, I didn't deploy my knee-jerk reaction to not like it. Because I'm a hater. My mom's a hater. My grandma's a hater. I come from just a long matriarchal line of haters. But I didn't. Time Field of Mystery came out, I was coming out of my hater spiral. I was out of it already, but I was still adapting to this new world where you don't just say this is shit. So I didn't mind Fields of Mystria. There were attributes of it that initially made me think that the game wasn't for me, because sometimes you can judge a book by its cover a little bit. The retro anime style, it's good. It looks nice, but I know that a lot of media that specifically surrounds the retro style, not just like old anime made a long time ago, but a lot of the retro stuff, it's often just not in my wheelhouse because it's mostly an aesthetic. It's an aesthetic, and then when it's turned into a game, it kind of gives me that temporary fad feeling. So that was a little bit of a this might not be for me thing off rip. But after that, because it's not a good way to discern whether or not you like something, I could observe that at the time as well. That's actually the first time I've even put this opinion out there, just because it's not a solid opinion. It's an opinion. It's not a solid reasoning. This is like actually the first time I've even said that. I remember actually having discussions with Fields of Mystery and my friend. I never brought that up because I thought that was kind of shallow, and like a lot of people like retro anime style because it does look good. The colors were really nice. I did enjoy that. I did like a lot of the sprite work. The only sprite work I didn't like is the lack of small vegetation in the grasses, which is not a huge problem to get over. Like you could, if the game doesn't have that on launch, then you can do mods to just kind of make the world look a little bit more like the grass. Basically, the grass texture was very, very flat, but that's an easy fix. And let's see. Oh, what I liked about that game is animals. They had more stuff to do when it came to breeding animals. I think you could get different colors. I thought that was really awesome. I wanted that. That was definitely one of the pros. I took a look at the bachelors and the bachelorettes. I thought that was a pretty interesting spread of characters. I think I was gonna like the blue-haired guy because he looked like a total idiot. He seemed like a very clumsy good guy who's dressed like an evil guy, which is pretty fun. So I think I was gonna pick him. If not him, I was probably gonna pick Rice, the carpenter guy. He's super cute. I love his outfit too. I love his whole look. Marsh wouldn't really be for me. I didn't like the way he looked, and I'm not necessarily into, what is he, like tsundere or whatever? You know, he's like pretending he doesn't like you or something. I do. Don't they do like a story beat where you're playing D&D and then he's like drunk and he tells you to sit on his lap? That shit probably would have got me, because that's like, whoa, very, very upfront. Sometimes I like that in video games. Like, that was why I initially liked the purple hair. I watched some girl play Love in Deep Space, and so I like her, so I watched her play that game, even though I wasn't really into it at the time. And so it was fun for me to think about, oh, which one of these boys do I like? And I liked the purple hair one because he seemed the most upfront. And I like that. Just get to the point. So I think I would have liked March just for that, unfortunately. Because I unfortunately, because I don't want to, it's not the tsundere attribute of it. And I know that there's a, what is it? There's a dairy to the sun, or the sun to the dairy, so like that would have gone away, but I don't know if I would have been able to connect with other people who liked him. Because I don't think we'd like him for the same reasons. But who knows? Maybe I'd be wrong. I don't know. But I think I got into other games as well at the time. Like, I was getting more into Guild Wars 1 or Animal Crossing, it might have been. And now that I saw a YouTube thumbnail the other day that was suggesting that, hey, people have like largely stopped playing, or this game is a lot less popular, but it's a YouTube thumbnail, so you never know if this person's just exaggerating, if they're just kind of an idiot and they're making some big stupid fucking video. I don't know, but I hadn't heard too much about the game, so that's just my experience. And I do take into account like the reviews. Some of the reviews for the game, when I read them years ago, seemed a little bit like they are interested in the game, but what they're looking for is something so specific that it's not going to hold their attention for long. Like the person, I don't think that the person who said, oh, I'm looking for like a nicer Stardew Valley, I don't think they want to play that game. I don't think they like video games. Maybe they just don't like video games. So, I'm not like happy or anything that game. I was happy to see it like get popular. Like there's no competition or whatever. Because if anything, it just meant more art, because people are going to do more crossover art. And I did see some really cute Fields of Mystery art, and like I don't get to see any crossover art anymore whenever on the websites that I go to, because it's just not really in. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm full of shit. Maybe the tags are just a lot more separated now. I don't want the world to get smaller. I want more shit like that. I want a big world. Big world. So yeah, I hope I'm wrong. I know that the YouTuber that I watch, who was playing like the Love in Deep Space and all that stuff, I think she plays a lot of games, and she's a mom and she's got a job. There's only so many hours in the day, so she's playing Animal Crossing, Neopets. She got really into Baldur's Gate, and that's gonna just that's the time going. Getting the beach going down. Well, I guess that's not really what happens with a beach. Shut up. But she's very busy. So I imagine Fields of Mystery has fallen by the wayside. My friend who was playing Fields of Mystery, she hasn't really mentioned the game at all. She's just really captivated by Love in Deep Space. So there's many competing things, which is probably, if that game did sharp, if Fields of Mystery had a sharp decline of quality, a factor could be that there's a lot of games. There's a lot of things to compete with. There's just stuff. There's games, and the nature of these games makes it so that once you wander into creative spaces that involve art or writing, then you're spending your time making art or writing. So not only do you have the game commitment, but you now have this fandom commitment that takes up a shitload of time. It takes a long time to write fan fiction. It takes... there's this one girl who's like making a Stardew Valley comic, and it's like, wow, this bitch loves the game, because like I don't think I have the attention span for any of that. Like I imagine everyone thinks about story ideas, but actually sitting down and committing to them is like it's a big commitment. So I imagine it's fallen by the wayside. Oh, I can use this color. Yes. Thing is, I don't want to look up to see whether or not it is less popular. I'm just going to assume it is. Because if I'm wrong, I'm pleasantly surprised. If I'm right, I'm just going to be sad, because I don't want it to go away. I like the smattering of people that exist in this weird little like farm sim adjacent world, because it's adjacent to people who play Baldur's Gate and get really into the characters there. It's this overlap of creative types, creative expressions, creative fan expressions of video games that I'm loving, that I'm getting to witness. So I want that. Make a slightly darker color over here. This, I'm not disappointed fully, but there's a lot that I feel needs to be edited. And I need to figure out what. I think I'm gonna get all the colors down. I should probably write this down. I think my goal is to get the value blobs down, and when it comes to editing, things like all the items in the editing phase below, because I already have some notes for things I want to edit. And before addressing that, circle what you want edited. Sometimes that's just like a really simple way to get me interested. Just circle the area that I want to edit and then wake up the next day and do it. Sometimes it's that simple. Hello? Oh, there it is. Okay. But yeah, that's something I want. The thing in Fields of Mystery that I liked with the animals, where you could do different colors. Like, I wish there was more I could do with animals in Stardew Valley. So that got me thinking that maybe you could unlock something with Demetrius, where you get to maybe not breed animal colors, because that's kind of Shane's gig. So I don't know if like you being his friend would maybe give you access to that as a concept, or I don't want to. I imagine the concern would be that you're kind of diluting. Okay, I think making blue chicks is fucking crazy. Making an AI robot companion is fucking crazy. I think some of these characters are doing some fucking crazy things. I don't want to reduce their importance necessarily. I worry about that, regardless of whether or not I think what they're doing is absolutely insane anyway. So maybe, I don't know what beyond color you would augment on the animal that would be easy to implement, but right now, I all I got is color. So I was hoping for that, something like that maybe in Stardew Valley. Not hoping, but like thinking, oh, that would be neat. And it would involve Demetrius. And I know you dumb bitches fucking hate Demetrius, and I fucking hate you too. I've been thinking about this. I try to understand you. I don't want, but no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I'm not going to try to understand you. I like Demetrius. I like Jody, and you can suck me. Yeah. Prehistoric egg. Yeah, you feel it. You feel the energy. I'm sorry, man. You can't exist. I gotta get rid of you. I love you. You're just in time for my almost maybe rant about how people gotta stop talking shit about Jody. I love Jody. It's not that bad. What's the most hated character? I honestly think it might be Lewis and Pierre. I think people are more tolerant of Morris because they know he's a bad guy. Like, there's a lot of Morris fuckers. There's a lot of girlies who want to dick down Morris. And I think it's because he's like kind of a slime ball. Girlies love a slime ball, but they don't like some. It's different with Pierre, I guess, but I think Morris is just the evil villain slime ball. It is what it is. I think Pierre is, because Pierre's a good guy, they don't want to jork him as much. I don't know how it works. I'm not a Morris girly. However, Morris girlies might also just like him because he's a fat guy. There's a lot of fat guy girlies out there. It's great. Like, I don't know if men know this, but girls are going crazy over this fat boy. Girls love a fat boy. They're always saying like, "Guards, bring me that fat man," and they mean it. I don't know. I'm assuming Morris's character is meant to be fat. So I'm assuming that works positively for him. Yeah, people ain't fucking with Lewis. It's so refreshing to read a fanfic and there's a portrayal of Lewis that doesn't make him just an asshole for no reason. Because the one I'm reading one right now, and it's got a Lewis interaction that is believable, and it's kind of tense with a different character, but it makes sense. Like, I like that this author wrote this character he's just an old guy and he's greeting a new person for the first time. And I think that the way this person has this interaction portrayed makes way more sense than the like off-rip hostility that a lot of people give Lewis sometimes. I think saying a lot of people plus sometimes is a bit wonk, but whenever I see it, I'm like, this is just kind of like you're making him shittier. Okay? And it does get me thinking, now that I've seen a Lewis that I actually really like, because it's been a while, like, yeah, this feels like someone I would meet in a place I've been to. Like, there's places that are small enough where you can meet the mayor, or you meet someone who's very important, and they have a relationship with a person that you're talking to, and maybe it's kind of tense, but no one's going to jail. No one's gonna... People can be throwing shit at each other in subtle ways. And it's not like world ending. And that's what's going on. You got Lewis interacting with the main character, and then there's another character to the side, and they don't have a great relationship. And I think it's handled very well. Hey! Oh, you got that cute shirt on. You look so comfy in that shirt. It's so soft.
So,
Hey! We're just talking.
I just put laundry away.
Okay.
Prehistoric
Egg 5 and Morium. Cheap viewers. Wait, cheap viewers. Is that what... It used to be best viewers. Now...
We don't want quality. We want quantity.
Is it because I bitched about best viewers? I was like, yeah, what's a cheap viewer or best viewer? And then you're like, oh, this dumb bitch wants cheap viewers.
That's probably different services.
So we're gonna get cheap ones and then best ones. Quality viewer. I'm the best viewer. I'll put that on my LinkedIn.
Yeah.
People can send me congratulations on my 2 years being best viewer. A different okay, you know when I told you that person sent me a message saying congratulations on your 2 years working for that company? Well, another person sent me it, so it seems to be like a thing that you can have.
Click a button.
Yeah, like, oh, notify.
It pops up like, yo, this person's been in this company 2 years. Do you want to say congrats?
Yeah, they're trying to get me to like buy their academic services, and I don't think they know how my school works. Where you don't really need that.
Yeah, a lot of these social media sites that like no human uses, just like business people use. They gotta like hand feed you the social interaction. But hey, click this button to do the social interaction. And you click the button and it does it for you.
Mm-hmm. I kind of like that because I'm shy. I'm just a little guy.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to be on them damn websites anyway.
Yeah, some places are like, send us your LinkedIn with your resume. It's like, all right, man. This is disgusting. Y'all want to see that I'm following Neopets? Fine, I'll show you that I'm following Neopets.
I don't know if they want a basic loop bitch. I know.
You think they think that about me?
I think they think anyone with a Neopets account, they're like, oh, is this another Lupe?
Lupe. I've always pronounced it loop, but it is fair if you want to call it Lupe.
Yeah.
Lupe.
L-U-P-E. E would mean the vowel is hard, right? So leap, because a U would be...
Brother, may I have some loop?
You wouldn't do an O sound for the U because there's an E if you do it American style. So it'd be like loop.
I'm not furry enough to make a loop. But I definitely don't want a galert. That thing nasty. I'm so glad you were like, oh, I don't like its ears. So true.
Every single Asian girl is an Aisha.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why?
It's an Asian Neopet. It's an Asian girl Neopet.
You are on record.
Yeah. They'd have to admit to knowing Neopets to take it.
They're proud.
Yeah, okay. Bring it on.
Okay.
Aisha is Asian inspired.
Oh.
Its name is Aisha. Can I point that out? This is like pre-freaking Neo Tokyo. The internet. Look, we were saying slurs in the 90s, okay?
I think you might have a point based off the year of origin, honestly.
Yes, in the 90s we didn't have subtlety.
Yeah, there might be.
It was Aisha, and it had slanted eyes, and it was like a angled face kitty cat.
There might be something there.
I think it's obvious.
Racism W.
I mean, there has to be something about like there has to be like the intent. I don't think they intended to be mean or anything.
I don't actually think I agree with you at all. I'm
Asia Asian inspired.
no.
Oh my.
I think you could. I think that she was born in a time where that could be a thing, but I just don't really feel it because Aisha was my favorite Neopet. She's still slightly my favorite, but I just never got that from her, like ever. I don't know why. Because I was born around then too. I should have gotten that vibe, but I didn't.
I'll just say it in a Georgia way. You sweet summer child.
Shut the fuck up. I hate when people say
You
that.
know that.
What? Sorry, you
know that like
you wiped my mind and I got pissed.
friendly insult. You sweet summer child.
That's the shit Yankees say.
No, that's a Southern thing.
The Yankees took it.
What do you mean? It's a Southern thing.
D&D players.
I've never heard of a Northern person saying "you sweet summer child."
I never heard a Southern person say it because it's too stupid.
Don't make me Google this because I know it's gonna be.
It's been stolen by carpetbaggers.
There's no one. Okay, where would they store these bags of carpet?
The bags are made out of carpet material.
So there's carpets eating carpets?
No.
Yoshi's eating Yoshis? You're all about that, aren't you? You freak.
That doesn't
Watching
happen.
Yoshi eat Yoshi.
I'm looking up origin of the term.
Yeah, he stole people's carpets.
That does look like it's full of carpets. Get away from this Asian thing. I don't think
The Neopet called Asia is
Read
Asian.
Asia, not They ran to the south with their positions in a suitcase made of carpet-like material. So it's like if someone had a soft shirt and you're like, oh, you're a soft shirter.
Go on. Look
Yeah,
up
you're a soft shirt.
summer child origin.
Fine. I mean, I'm sure it doesn't.
It's from the south.
It gets used by like people who are kind of annoying, but only because they're using it in the moment. That's why they're annoying. Wiktionary, idiomatic, from a fantasy novel, A Game of Thrones.
It did not come from the Game of
From Game of Thrones.
It did not.
Isolated occurrences go back to the 1800s. Yeah, I don't know why it starts.
1800s when Game of Thrones was written.
Yeah. I don't know why people think he's gonna die. It's from fucking 1800s. A young boy is called a sweet summer child by an old woman.
Are they quoting Game of Thrones again?
It feels like it. Can y'all... I hate when you're on a page looking for information and you can tell like the biggest geek has co-opted the reign.
Go back to the search and put origin at the end.
Another one originated from Game of Thrones.
This is the problem with young people. They think everything existed when they saw it. When did that exist?
If it's been around since the 1800s, like...
Oh, I know it's an old phrase. It's an old Southern phrase. Like, I'm pretty sure there was, like, instances of it in, like, old style books, like Mark Twain-ish era, like, shit.
The Questing Feast. I don't trust anyone anymore.
It mean innocent in a non-condescending way. Did no such fraternity at all until 1926. So from the 1800s, and then didn't exist until come on. It might even be Shakespeare, to be honest with you.
Nah, he wouldn't write that.
Why?
I don't know.
He wrote trash. People think Shakespeare is like this perfect guy. He wrote a lot of trash.
Summer Child though is like, it's just pissing me off when I hear it. That's why I don't want to. I don't want to. He doesn't need more punishment. He doesn't need to draw my ire
like
further.
Your naivete is endearing.
I know what it means.
Right, so it's not like calling him like trash.
I just.
Yeah, it's what old Southern women say to you.
I've never heard it said in the South.
Yeah.
They say bless your heart.
Do they mean it?
No.
Are there priest cardiologists? Blessing hearts?
Maybe. No.
No one's got the insurance for that.
No.
Insurance ain't covering a heart priest. That's why that's why people dying of heart issues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never heard that phrase, and I've lived in the South for a very long time. Long enough. I've been in the South for long enough, and I've been in the South and stupid at the same time.
You were in the nice South. You were in the dumb South.
That's where they would say, you sweet summer child. That's where they say, bless your heart.
In Georgia, all they know is honk honk. They don't know anything else.
Maybe. A little bit.
Like Louisiana, Mississippi, that's when they're like weird South. That's when they're like, I don't know.
I don't have to say, you sweet summer child.
They're sucking on turtle eggs or something. And then they got the horse, what I call the horse South. Horse South is like Kansas, Kentucky, Tennessee. I know it's supposed to be like only Kentucky is the horse state, but like they all feel like the horse state to me. They all feel the same. You know what I mean?
No.
I thought you knew horses.
Horse state. I wouldn't put a
Because
horse.
Kentucky is the horse state. Like, that's what it is. Like, its motto is like the horse state.
Really?
Yeah, because the Kentucky Derby and they breed horses there. That's where most horses in America are like bred and shit.
Horse capital of the world.
Yeah, Kentucky is the horse location in America.
Okay.
But Kentucky, like how it looks, it feels similar to like Kentucky, Kansas, maybe Arkansas, maybe Tennessee, some areas.
I'm not very acquiesced with that whole area, so in fairness, I don't know. I've been to Tennessee like a handful of times, and it was always just for field trips and stuff. Like, or maybe we've driven through it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
if you're a horse girl, you're going to Kentucky.
Okay, that's good. Give me a Kentucky baby.
It's also where they got the bourbon.
Oh.
Yes. You gotta drink the bourbon.
And then get on the horse.
I was gonna say something else with a horse.
Hey.
Hey,
You talking about having sex with the horse.
Those women needed the removing beans. It's
You
hot.
talk about jerking off the horse to get the beans
I
out.
gotta go get some beans out, and then she chugs some bourbon. She's like, all right.
Gotta pay for my son's college.
And my bourbon addiction. One jerk is 200 scratch offs. That's just invested.
Yeah. I think about that horse bean lady all the time. I hope nobody else saw her documentary and said, oh, I could do that, and they like took her job.
Well, then door to door, there's going to be like, hey, I heard you got a horse. Can I just, can I jerk it?
Sure.
Like, it seems like a hard thing to get into because it's like more like, oh, I know this person does it and they're reliable. I don't know how you break in as an outsider.
Yeah, like, oh, hey, Cassidy, someone came by saying that they do what you do, but they were like really eager about it. It was kind of weird.
They got a deal, like 2 beans for 1.
But do they know? Can they talk to Roscoe like I can talk to Roscoe?
Yeah.
Of course.
All right. Does she make horse noises, like female horse noises, or does she talk to him like human style?
I do imagine that over time the horses are like, oh good, the lady who's going to clean my horse penis is here. My painful horse dick is here. Like, owie, where's the nice lady who cleans my weenie?
All right, I'm out of here. You go.
You coward.
I'm not standing.
You drop a damn Neopets racism.
Standing for 100.
Now I have to deal with a Neopets racism.
Look at her name.
It's fucking problematic.
Asia. Her name is Asia, and she has slanted eyes.
So your issue is with the creators.
Like 1990s.
Okay, you think it's the creator. You're not saying it. You just think that the creators may have taken inspiration from being born in a certain time period.
Yeah, they were
Okay.
like, oh, all them women get me loving up.
Jesus Christ.
Want to get oil style with them.
Man, we really made a lot of fucking crazy media about Asian people.
Yeah,
Damn.
and all their mystical ways. Oh, they can soothe the soul. All right, enjoy your non-problematic drawing.
No. That's what I gotta say to that. I can see where he's coming from. Like, I don't think that was the inspiration for Aisha, but there was a lot of weird art during the 2000s, like 90s into 2000s. That's, but I just never got the vibe from her because I was born a bit later, but still in that problematic area. So I got a lot of problematic upbringing. I try not to be. Sometimes it's hard to tell. I try to just like be safe about it. So I don't mean no harm or nothing. But I it still just feels a bit like a stretch. But that's just vibes based. I don't know if you could make a dang video essay about it. I'd watch it. I'd watch a video essay. Like why you think the Neopets Asia design is racist. Yeah, I'd watch that. But if it's like I think 11 minutes long would be a good length because you're just not going to have enough material. I think, like, I don't know how much past material you have from Neopets to comb through. Because at some point you're going to have to take a look at old Neopets designs in general, and I don't know what you're going to be able to get your hands on to make certain points. I don't know what those points are going to be. I'm not writing this paper that will be turned into a video. That's crazy. I love that if you love writing papers, you can make video essays. That's crazy. That's what these people on LinkedIn who are selling their services where they write your academic papers, they should do that. Because I don't need that. I'm never ever going to use that service. I'm not going to use Chat GPT. I feel like all that stuff is for people who procrastinate but are like too stupid the people who procrastinate but they're too stupid to procrastinate and like write the paper in one night, which seems like a nasty combination. You got unlucky roll with your personality if that's you. Because the people I know who procrastinate, they are smart enough to write the paper like the night of or whatever. But that's why I can't imagine paying for it. Especially because everyone has Chat GPT. Like, why would you pay a person when you could just pay the clanker to do it? I guess if I was desperate, I would do that. I've just never been in a state where I needed this paper done. If it ever came to like, oh, I didn't read my assignments list and I did have a paper due, I'd probably just say, hey, I messed this up, or I don't know. I just can't imagine being in the shoes in these shoes. I'm pretty on top of academic stuff. And like I don't know, maybe something comes up, but sometimes something didn't come up. You just got lazy. Sometimes you did the thing wrong. And it's not a misunderstanding. It's you were lazy. You're the villain. Sometimes you're the villain. This is so dark. I was talking about Lewis. Okay. I don't know if I came out right, but I was relieved reading this person's fan fiction because the interaction between Lewis and another villager, it wasn't a pleasant interaction. It was tense because they were in front of a stranger. Well, Lewis perceived it as a person he had to act cordial to, but like the farmer, the main character was kind of a disaster, but he was doing the thing that a person of his age and status would do. He would, or just mainly just age. Like he reminded me of various old people you meet. They just show up and they act cordial, even though in the story they could not do that because they don't know that the character's a dick. Or right now they're in kind of a tense situation. The way they're handling it though is it's working out well. Like yeah, you can see the tension because they're just people interacting and they're not good at hiding it. It was very nice. Yeah, I understand why people don't like Lewis and they want to make him bad. I understand some people use it for plot reasons, but it feels like I'm seeing this character get changed. I guess I just don't agree with the interpretation. I think it makes the character fucking boring. Because his character basically becomes the antagonist when maybe it should just be the main character's uncertainty in their new position that should remain the antagonizing force. Or like, oh, I have to put the character in an uncomfortable situation, so let me tote out this guy who's... First of all, there's no way Lewis would be this awkward. Like, he's fucking mayor. He's been mayor forever. At some point, I think if you told me about this person, I would assume that they are charismatic and not just because the fact that they're a politician, but because they are old. I'm just thinking about all the old people I know in my life, and like old people in positions of authority and places that I've lived before, and maybe I'm biased. Maybe I've met some fairly quick on their feet old people. Whatever. It's people who are writing this old man in a way that makes me think they've never interacted with an old man before. And I think it's shallow. I'm sure most people aren't making these decisions to say this is how it should be. I think they're just trying to get this interaction out of the way so they can get to the smut, which I respect. That's why it's not really that big of a deal. I just look, since I'm told I can't fucking talk about Guild Wars 1 anymore because it's for geeks. It's for losers. Then it's rage on the table. You're getting rage. Guild Wars 1 is such a vibe, dude. That's why I gotta make more crossover art. I gotta make crossover art with Stardew Valley so I can talk about Guild Wars 1. You kids don't even know. What do you play? What do you I don't know. I'm sure there's good kids games. Minecraft is good. I played Minecraft. I remember when it was in beta and I played. It was just creative mode. No, I don't think I played it when I was. There's no way I played it when it was in beta. I'm never that early on anything. But I remember playing, before I bought it, you could do a creative mode, and I just dug, and I didn't realize that creative didn't have any monsters, so I'm digging and I'm looking around me for monsters, and just the like, monsters never came. But that wasn't disappointing. That filled me with the anticipation alongside the exploration, even though I didn't really get to anywhere cool in that game. Because it gave me those feelings, then I thought that was good enough. Like, I want this, but like the actual experience. And it was $15. I don't know how much a Minecraft account is now, but yeah, I paid my little $15, and just a fantastic investment. What a great game. Oh my god. And then sometime after that is when I watched Yogg's cast. That was fun. I watched a lot of it. I would just sort of binge things back then too. Like, oh, I guess like anybody else, you binge. Like anybody else, you find a series and it's all there. You might as well just watch it. Especially if you're a kid, you know, what do you gotta do? So I binged like a ass load of Yogg's cast. I think I tapped out during some storyline where they're like, they meet a grandma or something. Not because the grandma was boring, but because there were a lot of internet shows that I watched because I didn't know what else to watch, and I binged because I didn't know what else to do, and I felt like I signed up for this. I'm gonna watch it, and I didn't actually know if I was enjoying it, and I never truly asked myself that question. That's why I binged all of Angry Video Game Nerd's catalog, when, unfortunately, I don't know how to say this politely, because I don't hate them as a creator. I don't hate their stuff. Feels mean to say, but I know my ass was not enjoying any of that. I was not lamowing. I was not ruffling. I was not LOLing. I was simply existing. But there was nothing else to watch, or so I thought. I could have been watching literally anything. An old film. Dear God. Oh boy. But it was second monitor content, so even if I was watching one of these old films that I think would have been better, I don't think I would have been absorbing it. So that is the usefulness of it. It's the company. I liked the company. And once I stopped liking the company, that's when I would stop watching these internet series. I also really like that weird video that someone came out with. I don't remember if it was Folding Ideas or H Bomber. I think it was Folding Ideas. He came out with a video about James Rolfe, and it was very interesting. It wasn't a hate video, but there are people who interpreted it as such, and I just completely disagree. Like, I think you can choose to interpret it as a hate video, but I don't know. I didn't look into why people thought that. Because even though it seems like his craft is being insulted, what's happening is that this person is being related to, like, across time and space or whatever, and it's really cool. It's really interesting. Maybe it's like if you make things, if you've been in the world, if you've been in the mental space of making things and making things for a long time and being able to see where you are now versus where you were, and you can think about it in the context of where you want to be, where you wanted to be when you started, and what you like when you're thinking about this, maybe that's the difference. Because I know a lot of people don't make things, which is fine. I think a lot of people would be happy. There are people who would be happier if they made things. I think some people don't really have the kind of infrastructure to make things, and that's fine. Ugh. So I'm wondering if that's where the people perceiving it as a hate video were coming from. Like they just don't really make things. I don't know. Sometimes the folding idea shit goes over my head. I know for a fact that I didn't fully understand the why it's rude to suck at Warcraft video, so I just talked about it in my Discord with my friends. Because I didn't want to say anything in the comments. Not really, anyway. The weird, destructive part of me wanted to, but at the same time I knew, like, okay, I can only say something if I truly articulate how I feel, and I'm clearly not able to do that, so I clearly didn't understand what happened, so I'm just going to bitch about it in my Discord. In fairness, someone else linked it, so it wasn't me just coming to the table with a big stack of poop being like, hey guys, I'm mad at this thing. Those days are behind me. Well, I can do it a little bit here and there. I haven't done it recently. If I could do it, what would I do it for? I'm trying to think of a primary piece of media that would make me fall back into my angry, bitchy Sona. Like that real angry one, not this one. Not the one where I get passionate about Demetrius and Jody from Stardew Valley. I don't know. It's not an energy thing. I got plenty of energy to be angry. I think it's just like a, who cares? No, not even who cares. Just like, to what end? Why am I doing this? Oh, I like that little flippy. Oh, yeah. It makes me like... So yeah, this will take a while, but it's pretty chill. I'm trying to think. Let's see. It's always easy once I finish determining not only what I want characters to do, but like their forms, and then just slapping line art on it. The problem is I want to have that figured out from the get-go, and sometimes I'm just not in the mood to do certain lines because they require a certain, I think, mindset from me and certain ways to move my arm muscle. Maybe I just don't feel like moving it that day, so I'll use smaller arm gestures, which only allow me to portray certain shapes and lines at a time. Like, for example, I want to do something with big sweeping lines, but it's a low energy day, so that does not happen. And well, that's interesting because then it becomes a cascade of issues where it's like, if I don't diagnose that my issue is my low energy, then I'll get frustrated. And that frustration will make me make all sorts of decisions about they put me in more of an absolute mindset where it's like, oh, you instead of saying I'm low energy, I'll say I can't do this. And that just completely throws off the trajectory of what I was going to do. Because now I can't even attempt the thing I wanted to do that day. I want to do big sweeping shapes. I'm too tired. I have not identified that I'm tired, so I'm going to default to, I am unable. So then we're probably just not even going to try for the rest of the day. You know? And then we're going to spend the day kind of trying to figure out what we want to do. And then we're not going to do anything. And then we're going to get mad and sad. Because that sucks. That sucks when you're like, I want to do this today. And you can't do it. You feel like you can't do it. Excuse me. Well, maybe that's a little bit of the language. Maybe that's the issue. Right there, a little bit of the issue is how I talk to myself. That is something I've mentioned before. You know, how I operate in the world is bound by like the language I know. There you go. Like if I learned a different language, you know, if I thought in a different language, what language would be best for helping me get from point A to point B? What's the most can-do language? There you go. I like this little weird thing right here. She just showed up and I kept her. I don't know if I like this very much. I might pull it down a bit. I just want the purple to be somewhere. We'll bring it up a little bit. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Maybe I need to move this down. I'm always insistent on incorporating, like, I do this a lot where it's like, okay, I need to do the hair. So now the hair needs to be divided into at least 3 values. And then, oh, here's the ear. Do the same thing. And like right now, I'm like, oh, the neck. It needs to be 3 values. And what if it doesn't? And if it does, what if it's not these values? Oh, there's supposed to be some drama that I'm... Oh my God. Hold on. There's some very weird niche drama that I learned about a couple days ago. And it's supposed to be going off. It's supposed to have had gone off. What? Yes. Okay. So I watched this channel called Zachary Michael Also. That's the sub channel, the shoot off channel. No, the offshoot of his main channel, Zachary Michael, where he talks about drama. But for Zachary Michael Also, he talks about niche drama. He'll talk about drama in the Dollar Tree community. And he'll talk about drama in the carnivore dieters community. He found someone linked him to like the resin community, and last we checked, because I'm a fan of this weird little thing he does, so I'm part of this little weird community. I've decided just now. There was someone in the resin community harassing a figure in the resin community, and that figure in the resin community made a video about how if person who is harassing me, if you do not apologize in 2 weeks, I'm going to expose you on a stream. And there was some discussions in the video from the comments. Someone was like, I don't know why you're giving this person 2 weeks. Did they give you 2 weeks before they started harassing you? Because they were like sending police to his house. I don't know like what kind of swatting or like child sorry, my thumb's been annoying me all day. Gnawing on it like an animal. It's been weird. I don't know what kind of response they have in UK for if some asshole or okay. Like let's say someone's trying to prank you by getting the police sent to your house. Like I don't know what kind of systems they have in the UK for that, but that was happening to this guy. So I don't know if it was like a swatting or just something else. But they did that to him, and that's like way too far. So that's the kind of stuff that YouTuber was dealing with, the resin guy. And he was going to make a video, and this person in the comments said, you should just make an hour or whatever. And I don't know if that was the video that inspired him, but he said he's going to move it up to Sunday. And I'm looking at his YouTube channel, and he did make the post. So the big things happening There's huge. This is my Super Bowl. I wasn't watching it yesterday because I don't know. I think it was I don't remember. Probably just doing this shit. But big things are happening. I hope he's doing okay. How many people watched his stream? It's always going to be the case. I'm 99% certain that anytime you have some niche community, and maybe this is a big duh statement, but anytime there's a niche community and they have a drama video, the drama video has like so many more views than all their main content. And I always feel bad about that, but I mean, it doesn't hurt them to get more views. I just feel a little bad that they see that. They very much see those metrics and they're like, ah, wow, people really liked the drama. And that can go in weird directions. Some people can milk it, which I would say is a not good direction. It's not a healthy direction if you are a niche hobbyist suddenly milking your drama. But I guess that's about like the worst of it. So I didn't say it could go in like two bad directions. I just said it can go in like a weird direction. I don't think you see that too often. I like to think most people can see themselves in the future and where they're going to be if they continue to talk about certain dramas. They're like, I don't want this to be part of my thing. Which is really cool. Good to have that foresight. Oh, wait. Where does this... I need to look at that video. Because I've been meaning to look for it. Oh my god. Sorry, there's some good food. People are giving me some good food. For whatever reason, I do find some videos about the American Girl doll franchise pretty interesting, so every now and then I wind up with those in my dash. I haven't been watching doll content in a while. I used to. It was okay, but I don't buy these dolls, so there is a level of disinterest there. But for some reason, I was enjoying listening to people talk about dolls, but that might have been the types of dolls. I like looking at Monster High dolls. So I was okay with listening to people talk about them. I think I'm not interested in Barbie dolls and most of the LOL dolls. I still don't really click on any doll videos, but yeah, I think my favorite dolls to hear about were Monster High. Not like drama. I actually didn't like hearing about drama videos with Monster High. I didn't mind drama videos with other doll brands, but I also just didn't like them because it wasn't fun stuff. It was like, oh, this artist got sacked. Or like, oh, this company's using like AI designs for their concept art. And it's like, that's not fun. Or like, oh, this design was insensitive. See, that's not fun either. It wasn't like fun drama. But with Monster High stuff, it's like, look at this weird little woman. We've designed strange looking women. I really like Honey Swamp. She's not new per se. I don't think she would classify as new. But when I saw her, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love looking at these odd little women. She is so interesting to look at. Oh, I love that I'm assuming Louisiana based too. I'm trying to get a good picture. These pictures are, I think I'll need two pictures. I don't know what's gonna copy, but this is from Walmart. So you got this one here. But what I like, first off, her colors are fun. I've never really been into a lot of the intricate designs of the Monster High outfits, because I don't get fashion. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for. I don't know what looks good and what looks bad. But her curls are just so fun to look at. This picture actually might be better. Hold on, let me see if this picture is better. I can't tell. I mean, it's smaller, but like, okay, well, whatever. But yeah, it's her curls. I can't get enough of them. This is probably my favorite Monster High doll. If I ever had a Monster High doll, I think I want it to be her. Oh, I think I also like Claude. Oh my god, I can't spell. Claudine Wolf crimped hair. There's some Claudine Wolves that I like, but I think they're mostly just because I like the full color ensemble. Yeah, I actually like this. This is crimped, right? Yeah. So this is Claudine Wolf with crimped hair, which is fun, but like the color, the purple lipstick, and then on the skin color, and I love her little wolfy nose. That's mainly it. Like, I like the colors, the excess. Like, I would never dress like this, not because I couldn't get away with it, but because it's kind of ugly. But like, just the soaking in the colors is what's doing it for me. You could probably have all sorts of she could have like socks or sandals or whatever, as long as these colors are there. It's great, I think. I don't know about the light pink hat on like the pink and orange hair. That's kind of, I don't know, maybe like a darker pink hat. Honestly, I just don't even like the hat, which is fine, because I like so many more things about this. Yeah, the purple is so, I love it. The purple on brown is so good. But I think that's about it. I haven't looked into a lot of Monster High dolls, just because I know I'm not going to buy them. I like toys. I like small toys, but they're too big. I like a specific size of miniatures. I'm very picky about them. That's why when I bring up a love of miniatures to people, sometimes people, they're like, oh, I bought you something. It's a miniature. And I say, thank you. I'm not a dick about it. But it's never really what I want. I'm very, very, very picky. I think it's cool to be picky about things that you like. And it makes me feel a little mean for being picky about gifts, but I have opinions about gifts, all right? You don't have to just love some... Okay, no, I'm going to defend myself. So when I was younger, there had been instances where I received gifts that I didn't use, weren't in my wheelhouse. I didn't even know what the fuck they were before they were given to me. And they were gifts where I had gotten yelled at for not using them. Not that when I got them, I wasn't thankful. I remember these were devices where the person who gave me the thing saw it and they were mad at me for not using it. So when it comes to gifts, I have a very weird relationship with them. I don't like to receive them simply because I don't like the expectation to use them. And it's very hard for me to believe that someone is giving me a gift and they don't mind that I don't use it. It's not a familiar feeling. It happens now. Like, it's a thing. Like, people just give gifts and they don't expect you to use it, but it's hard for me to get used to that. So when it comes to gifts, if I now have this weird feeling whenever I get one, and it's like, oh, I have to perform. I have to perform now. Which, yeah, you should always perform. Thank you. This is very nice. But then if I feel extra bad if it's not quite my liking, because I feel like, oh shit, this is gonna be tough. I don't know how I'm gonna do this one, but no one's mad at me anymore. A person is not here to be mad at me for not appreciating the gift. Or like, fuck that shit, man. That was so annoying. Like, I didn't even know what it was. Like it was some fuck ass music player I've never heard of in my life. And like, I never posed any desire. I never said, oh, I want music player. So I don't know if it was like expensive and they got it and they just expected me to use it, but like, that's on them. Didn't ask. And I got fucking in trouble. I got yelled at for not using it. Like, what a crock of shit, man. That messes me up on gifts a lot, and it still does. That's a tough one. That's a weird tough one. But maybe that's how it is. Maybe gifts are, there's like a lot of people with weird, complicated feelings about gifts, because there's a lot that you could analyze about a gift you receive, or like gift giving as a concept, or and you can weave it into all sorts of societal factors. But that's where my discomfort comes from. And a little bit of not wanting to perform. So I just try to tell myself that, you know, this is how this person wants to show appreciation. They're not going to get mad at me for not hoisting around the gift 24/7. They probably forgot they gave it to me. That's the joy. That's the realization that, oh, they probably forgot they gave it to me. Because some people just do that. They just give things. They just like giving material things, and they don't care if you don't use them or not. It makes them feel good. And it's hard to believe. I'm also very cheap because when I earn money, it's because I've had hourly jobs before, but they've been jobs where it's like I'm working throughout. There's no idle time. I don't have jobs with idle time. So that money is like way more precious to me. So I'm not very gifty with it. And I don't earn a lot of it because I don't have a lot of qualifications. So nobody care me, but I'm fucking broke. So very, very cheap, I guess. I got my own little stuff, but I can't be as generous as a lot of the older people I'm around. With their fucking what is it, the tenure or whatever. I don't got tenure. Nobody care me. I love that little monkey. Nobody care me. Nobody care me. I use it a lot when I don't use it to make light of the pain, because there's not real pain. It's just it's like exaggerating. It's exaggerating a feeling of pain. Fortunately, I mainly use the nobody care me around my husband, and he's pretty good at discerning when I'm actually looking for when I'm hiding a negative emotion versus when I'm just playing with it. Because I'll complain if something bothers me. I don't bottle things, but there's ways that people act where you could then ascribe those actions to what I'm doing and say, oh, this is what she's doing. When it's like, no, I'm playing with this feeling of annoyance or whatever, because it's going to happen. No amount of it's not something that can be reassured away. That's probably also, I think my husband's response is also just because he knows me. He knows how I get when I'm like actually upset. And I'm not like, if I'm upset and you're trying to reassure me, you better have like an airtight, it's an airtight, and I'm going to use the word argument because I will fight you. I'm defending how upset I am. If you try to reassure me and your goal is to make me feel happy, or I guess just not in that mood, you better know what the fuck you're talking about. Because I'll fight you. My negative emotion will fight you. So he knows that. Because I get, it's like, yeah, I get moods, but I never found any value in bottling my emotions growing up. I find that for me, I found if I bottled them, then I just didn't get to change the situation at all. Like, if you express your feelings, then you have at least a chance of changing the situation. To what degree, it depends. You might, depending on how you complain, you might get like direct assistance and stuff. This almost sounds like I'm saying, like I'm giving you a guide on how to be a Karen. Dude, ugh, that's bullshit. There's people whose names are just Karen and they didn't do anything wrong. Now people look at their name, they're like, you gonna bitch at me? They don't say it, but like, that's so sucky. Like, do people named Karen even go by Karen anymore? Because now people look at their name and they think they're like a whiny asshole. They think, not only do they think that they're a whiny asshole, but like, oh, you must be racist. You must be white and racist. Like, ugh. I don't know if I would go by the name Karen. What do they do? I'd probably go by K. Kara. Kara. Karan. My girl Karan. All right. I don't enjoy streaming when I'm really tired, and it's been 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm dehydrated. I want to go interact with my husband. I probably want to listen to this drama, this resin community drama I'm so hyped about. So I'm gonna go. I had a wonderful time. I'm glad I'm getting through this heap of shit. I think I need to make Harvey's nose smaller. It's looking very silly right now. I just don't know in what degree I should make it smaller. Probably just, I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to make them smaller. Tomorrow, stream. Tomorrow, little work. Because there's not enough work available. Sag. I'm kidding. I love it. I hate my job. I'm bored. I don't hate my job. I wish I could take more days off. Because I don't earn enough anyway. So whatever. So I'm gonna go before I say more shit about my job. I shouldn't even talk about it. Because like, what if I say too much? I don't want to. New challenge. No longer talking about my job. It's off limits. Maybe I remember this. I hope I remember this. Because what if I accidentally say something revealing? I'm gonna go.